Hello guys, in this video we would be dealing about functions. So let's get started. So first of all, for defining a function, we are using the keyword def. So what this does is it basically creates function. The first thing you write is the def and the function name. So let me just write. Let us suppose that I want to create a function of addition. So I would write add, or let me just write this completely addition, isn't it? Fine. So I had written def addition, put brackets and give the parameters. It may be 1, 2, 3 according to your condition. So since we're adding, I would give two parameters, a and b. Fine. So let me just, and then the next thing very important is a colons. These colons are very important. Fine. If you miss this colon, it would give you error. Fine. So the next thing we have to do is whatever parameter we are getting, we are just supposed to add this. So let me say sum equals to a plus b. Fine. And this should return, or this should print sum. Fine. So our task is done. So now, so you could see here there is a spacing. As we are pressing enter, the cursor is little spaced. So basically this is indentation. There are these kind of brackets, isn't it? So what in those programs, what these brackets were meaning, these brackets were like loops. So basically these indentation, these spaces are like loops. These are defined that this function starts from here and ends here. Means whenever we'll press backspace, the function will end. Fine. So now our main loop starts. So main function starts. So in this we would be first of all taking input from user. So let me say a equals to input of enter first number. Fine. So this would print enter first number. So let me just tell you, this input function takes input from the user, but if you check the type of a, it would give you a string, because input function takes any input as a string. Fine. So let us see, it should show string enter first number. If you enter 5, oh, it's not printing, we have not printed it, isn't it? So let me just print this and you could see then. So now you could see, let me just print it, say 3. You could see it's string. So since we are adding, we need to typecast this a into integer. What is typecasting? Typecasting is basically changing the data type. That is basically string, from strings to integer or from integer to string. So let me do this by a equals to just simply add int of a. What it will do, whatever is data type of a, it will convert that into integer. Fine. Up till this will be fine for you all. So the next thing is we have to enter this input second number. So same way, input second number, isn't it? So enter second number. Fine. So our task is done. Just typecast this int of b. So in this way we had got two integers a and b. We got first of all string, we converted a into integer, and then we got string, we converted that into integer. So now we had two integers, and now we are supposed to add. For adding, just call the function addition of a comma b, and this will do your task. It would print sum. Just write here the sum is, so that it would look cleaner. The sum is fine. So let's just run this code and see what happens. So it's saying for entering first number, I'm entering 3. It's checking for second number, I would enter 5. It should give us answer 8. Let's see. Yes, it is giving answer 8. The sum is 8, isn't it? So we got, so this is the basic syntax of creating functions. So let me just say, if I want to define another function of subtraction, I would just say def. You could give any function name. Find def sub and give parameters as a and b. The same parameters we would take a and b, and then a colon. This colon is very much important. And what is our aim? To find sub equals to a minus b, and then return So in this, so we would do something different here. So what we had done here, we had printed the sum in the same function, isn't it? But here we will the value of subtraction to the main function. So what will it do is, it will first of all call the addition function. It will give these parameters a and b to the function. Which function? To this addition function. It will calculate the sum as sum equals to a plus b, and then it had printed the sum in the same function. So, but when we will call subtraction function, we would give parameters a comma b. When this will be called, what will happen is, this function will be called, it will go, the control will go here, the value will be subtracted, that is a minus b will be done, value would be stored in sub. So, and then it would return this sub. So it would return this sub here. So let me just give a variable here named as x equals to, fine, and now let us just print x here. So let me just explain you this once more. So first of all, let us just say here, the subtracted value is, the subtraction is, fine. So this would print the subtraction. Let me just put a comma here. So fine. So first of all, the user will give input, enter first number. It would show enter first number. The user would have to give the input. It would convert the string into integer. We had seen the first case that it was a string, and the next it would do is, it would, the screen would say enter second number. The user will have to enter a number, second number, which is, so it would be typecasted to integer number because of this. So first of all, the addition function is called. So let me just, for this program, let me just comment this. Addition function is not called at this time. The subtraction function is called. The parameters given to this function is a and b, which is inputted and is now integer. So these parameters will go here because the function sub is here, it's defined here. So these will go here. It is saying sub equals to a minus b. This will be calculated, and in the next statement you would see return sub. So what will it do is, it will return the value of sub to this function, and so these, the subtracted value would be stored in the variable x. So now when we'll print the subtraction, it should give us the answer. So let's say we'll do 7 minus 3. So this should give us value 4, and we are having, isn't it? So we got, so these are the basics of the function. So here we had defined the function, here we had called the function, and basically the a and b were parameters. And thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe, press the thumb icon, and thank you.